Hi, now in this video of less, we will discuss about the operations. As we have already seen the implementation of variables in so many videos till now, here what I am going to do when I am passing any style on a particular attribute like font size or color, I can go for some arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiplication and division as well. The benefit of using the operations is if you want to make some relative changes. For example, if you have set a font size 20 and you are using the same font size in your code. Now let's say sometime you are using 20, 20 to 24. Now if you want to make changes like you want to make it 30, 30 to 34. So what I can do, I can just make the changes in the operations. You don't have to change the value every time. So one time if the value will be changed, the relative changes will be reflected. So let's see the implementation of operations in your less code now.
So here in the implementation of operations, I have taken a variable called font size with the initial value 15 pixel. And here I have created a couple of classes called big font and small font, in which in each class I have put the font size attribute and have done some operations with the variable font size. So in the first big font, I have just multiplied that font size into 6, and in the small size I am just adding it to 10. Alright, you can choose the operations and the classes depending on your choice. Alright, so it's just like you can put these operations like the arithmetic operations in your less files. Now once you have done that, you can just save and you can compile your file like this. Alright, that will make the changes in your styles.css. So here you can see in the first class the font size is 90 because it's 15 into 6, and while in the second one it's 25 pixel, that is 15 plus 10. Alright, and here in this index.html I have taken two divs in which I have applied the classes called big font and small font. So the respective class should be applied. So let's execute to check the output. And here you can see the big font is coming with the font 90 pixel, and this one should be 25 pixel. Alright, and along with that it is coming in bold as well because I have set the font weight to bold. Now let's say some other things, like here what I'll do, I'll take another variable called font color in which I will pass few colors. Alright, let me just stop debugging, and now what I'll do, I'll just start putting the colors, and from here you can choose the color. Like obviously if you don't remember the hexadecimal code, so you can choose some from this one. Alright, let's say I take this greenish color here by default. Alright, now if you want you can do the changes. For example, here what I'll do, in the big font what I'll do, I'll color add font color, and what I'll do, I'll just multiply it with 3. Alright, while here I'm using the font color as it is. Alright, so I have saved it, just recompile that less file. Alright, let's put the semicolon, that was the mistake. So let's recompile here, and now the changes are reflected to the CSS as well. So here you can see there is a different value of the color in the big font. Alright, so let's re-execute that. Alright, so here you can see this is the small font and big font. Now since there is a big difference, I have multiplied that with 3. Let's just do it with the 2 or something, like let's say 1.6. Alright, so it will not be a that big difference. And now let's refresh this one, and here you can see it's bit of greenish. Alright, now if you want to change the color, like the whole scenario from some greenish to some bluish color, you don't have to make changes in all the classes respectively because the calculation is already set. So what I can do, I'll just put some let's say reddish color here. Alright, and we'll save it, we'll recompile it, and now let's say yes to all. Here the changes are done. Alright, and now I will re-execute it. So you can see the same things are reflected on the reddish shade. Alright, initially it was greenish, but now it is reddish. So this is how you can start working with the operations in your less file.